Hey all, here OS Reviews. You're watching our hands-on review of the PHIATON Bolt. These are true wireless earbuds, which are unique because the battery case doubles as a Bluetooth mini speaker. So you can share music with the world, or you can listen to them privately. And they also have wings attached by default that still fits when you put them into the battery case, making them pretty good for sports. Now, it certainly is a very innovative design, but for that innovation, you are going to be paying a slightly premium price, $130 that is, which is more expensive than many of the generic pairs that we've been seeing lately. But then again, this is a company that is also more established. They're based in the United States. As far as other specifications are concerned, the earbuds will last for 5 hours on a single charge, and they also have a codec support for SBC and AAC. In addition, it has a quick charge functionality, so 15 minutes of charging will give you an hour of playback. The box here says power to your ears, and we have the earbuds which are separated from the battery case. Underneath we see the quick user manual, which is actually very detailed, showing you all the various ways to set it up and to pair it, and we also have a spare silicone tip set in addition to the charging cable. It uses micro USB to charge the battery case itself. So here we have it, the earbuds and the charging case speaker. First impressions would be that the earbuds themselves are definitely a little larger than the typical pair of TWS style earbuds. So as a comparison, here are the Crazy Baby Air Nanos, and you can see here by comparison that the PHIATON are a little bit bulkier, and also there's more contact points on the back here, which is responsible for that quick charge capability. And what's really special here is that both of the earbuds actually have volume controls built right on in, which is a feature that I've personally never seen before on any pair of earbuds. On the side here, we see the microphone for answering phone calls once paired to iOS or Android. There's actually multiple mics on board, so it offers ambient noise cancellation as well. Now, turning over to the battery case itself, it's made out of a textured plastic material. It's kind of matte feeling, and what's interesting is that instead of using magnets, there's actually a physical key that you need to tap on in order to push the door open. It's definitely more secure than using a magnet, which can maybe pop open accidentally. With that being said, it's a little bit more tedious to open and close the case as a result of having to press a key each time. Regardless, inside we have the complicated array of pogo contact points for charging up the earbuds, as well as magnets for holding them into place. Now you can see here that there's enough room in the center here, which holds the little arm, so you don't have to actually remove them to fit them into the battery case, which you have just the driver for the speaker on the outside edge here, and there's just the micro USB port for charging the battery case itself. Quick size comparison, here they are next to the Tiamat Force, so you can see that despite having that additional feature of being a speaker, it really isn't adding too much bulk to the overall form factor of the battery case. It still is relatively portable. Moving into performance and audio quality, first of all, the earbuds themselves, I would say, sound very good, as expected. Most Bluetooth 5.0 earbuds don't have any problems in terms of the sound. For earbuds, there's plenty of bass, so if you're listening to an EDM track, you'll hear a lot of punch in the lower frequencies, and latency is also great, so you can play and pause the track, and the video and audio stay synced together perfectly. Now, the only slight quirk I found while testing them was sometimes when you play and pause the track really quickly, there is a bit of an abrupt cut in whenever the music starts again. So you hear a pop before it starts, so it's not quite as smooth in terms of that transition. So overall, it gets plenty loud, and the best thing about them really would be the comfort and fit, just because of these added wings. They are the most snug feeling earbuds I've ever tested. I could shake my head around crazily and jump up and down, and they would still stay in perfectly. So if you're doing a lot of extreme sports, running and jogging outdoors, these are a perfect fit in terms of that comfort. Now, the controls are also quite interesting because aside from the volume, which works really well, there's also a capacitive sensor on the front, which is the PHIATON logo, that you can double tap to play and pause the music on the right side of the earbuds. Now, on the left side, if you double tap on the capacitive sensor, it activates what's called a audio transparency mode. This is a feature that we've already seen a few times before, but mostly on larger over-ear style and studio style headphones. Basically, it turns on the microphones and amplifies the noise around you, so you're able to hear what's going on. So maybe if you're crossing a busy street, or if you're talking to coworkers in an office, you can still allow their voices to be heard. That is reverse active noise cancellation. It's actually really effective, and I found it to be very convenient. Again, when I'm talking to someone, I can just double tap without taking the earbuds out of my ears. Something that's also interesting is that the case itself is basically a module for the earbuds. What I mean by that is there's no dedicated Bluetooth chip built into this battery battery case. So essentially, if you have the earbuds taken out, tapping on the key here doesn't do anything. You can't actually turn it on and use it as an independent speaker. It's actually borrowing the Bluetooth chip built into the earbuds when you put it into the case for it to connect as a speaker.
Device connected.
Takeaway is the mini Bluetooth speaker also sounds reasonably good. I would say mids and highs are quite clean, and it packs a surprisingly good amount of volume for something so small. With that being said, there's not much bass here, but it's still a nice fun little feature to have if you want to share a song or two really quickly with friends and family members when you're out and traveling. So that's more or less it as far as our hands-on review of the PHIATON Bolt. These are definitely one of the most unique true wireless earbuds I've seen, from having the audio transparency mode, from having dedicated volume rockers. It's a very smart design, but you're also paying a bit more of a premium because of all these interesting features that we've never seen before. As far as sound quality, it sounds great, but there's not too much distinguishing it from other true wireless earbuds on the market, just purely from the bass and the mids and highs. But it's a great package because of the excellent ergonomics. The super snug fit, in addition to the audio transparency, is actually a very useful feature to have. You can check out more details in the links down below, but for now, that's been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews. That's been the very unique PHIATON Bolt True Wireless Earbuds.